What's going on, people? Nick J Francis back again with another match reaction. Sorry, I've been lacking with the videos because I've been going to a lot of games, and by the time I get home, it's mad late, and I've been going to a lot of games in the flesh, especially the home games. So I've been up there a lot, but I'm back with videos, hoping to be more consistent. But listen, Arsenal just beat Wolves 2-1 at home in a crazy game, and I tell you what. First, I'm going to get the moans out of the way because it went our way in the end, but there's things I want to moan about. I'm going to get the moans out of the way first, then we can celebrate at the end. This might be the worst officiated Premier League game I've ever seen in my life. There were fouls that were given that shouldn't have been fouls on both sides, and then there were fouls that were missed on both sides as well. I could imagine both teams being very, very unhappy, and I was writing down my notes for the video all throughout the game, moaning about Martin Atkinson. In the 74th minute, they gave an offside for Raul Jimenez. Obviously, it goes to our benefit, but even still, I want to see good officiating. They gave an offside for Raul Jimenez from a goal kick. You can't be offside from a goal kick. It's the officiating is an absolute shambles. Penalty appeals early on. People are saying it's not a penalty. I don't know how that's not a penalty. Semedo comes straight through Martinelli and cleans him out, and there's no contact on the ball whatsoever. So I'm not entirely sure how that's not a penalty. To me, it's a free kick anywhere else on the pitch. And we looked flat. The first half, we looked so flat. It was one of the worst midfield performances from Partey and Xhaka. In that first 45 minutes, Partey was the worst off-the-ball player I've ever seen in my life. The worst. No movement. He was hiding. It's a game where he's hiding. He's moving away from Ben White or Gabriel. We know they're the centre-backs that set up our attacks. And he's standing behind a Wolves player wanting the ball to come to him. He's hiding in the game. He doesn't really want the ball at all. He's putting himself in impossible positions. When they did lose the ball, Granit Xhaka was one of the guys that lost the ball when Daniel Podence made a run forwards and he received the ball. Xhaka and Partey strolling like a Sunday afternoon. No urgency to get back or anything like that, and it was awful. Obviously, poor pass from Gabriel for the first goal, and we go 1-0 down. And we can't do this against Wolves. Wolves are not a dead team. Wolves are competing with us and with United and with Spurs for a top 4, top 6 place. We can't go to sleep. We have to give them respect. We only just scraped a 1-0 against them last week. It feels like we're seeing Wolves all the time. I'm still traumatized from the David Luiz penalty that led to them beating us late on in that game. So yeah, very, very stressful first half. We go in 1-0 down. I do have a lot of faith in Arteta to rile up the players and to make changes at halftime. Not changes in substitutions, but changes in the dressing room. I do back him to go into the dressing room with some authority. I feel like a lot of the players that are there respect him. A lot of the players that are there listen to him. And so I'm expecting a reaction in the second half. Even in the first half, though, Ødegaard was everywhere. He was, for me, the man of the match would be Ødegaard. If Arsenal were to win, Ødegaard and the left back Nuri for Wolves was causing us so many problems throughout the games. And I just thought either one of them could be man of the match. But Ødegaard was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. He's the only guy closing down. He's the only guy showing urgency. He's the only guy showing IQ. Playing balls in behind, chips over the top. He fed Martinelli in a bunch of times. The first half was a really good half for him. People will come out and say the whole team was bad. No, Ødegaard was not bad in that first 45 minutes. He was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. But halftime, we come out, we show a lot more urgency in the second half, a lot more fight. In the first half, we didn't win any one-on-one battles. Not a single one-on-one battle. We seemed so slow, so off the pace. Second half was much, much better. Gabriel making 2, 3, second, third, fourth phase tackles, which is what we need. And then, of course, late on, we start the substitutions, and with no Emile Smith-Rowe, me and my friends were all talking before the game. When we need a substitution late, is it going to be Pepe that comes on or Nketiah? A lot of us didn't really rate Nketiah. He's not necessarily a goal threat. Listen, we need to bring on this Pepe guy. And that's what Arteta did. A lot of the good stuff that Arteta does seems like he's forced into it. I don't know. I like Arteta. I'm a big fan of Arteta. I've backed him all the way. But I don't know how much credit to give him for some of these substitutions because he's forced into these substitutions by injuries, by people leaving, by players going out, whatever the case may be. He sometimes gets forced into these decisions, even when Aubameyang wasn't playing. It was only because Aubameyang was injured, Lacazette came in, and then Lacazette started scoring goals towards the back end of last season. So I don't know how much credit to give Arteta, even though I'm a big fan of him, for Pepe coming on because Emile Smith-Rowe isn't there. But Pepe comes on and immediately the dynamic has changed. We've got somebody Saka's good at beating a man sometimes, but he's really good legs. Martinelli can beat a man, but he beats a man more with pace, not really with trickery and skills necessarily. He runs in behind and wants to receive the ball. He plays like a striker sometimes, Martinelli like a wide striker. Pepe is probably the best player that we've got in terms of beating a man one-on-one with good feet, skill, dropping the shoulder, whatever the case may be. And Nketiah comes on as well. To be fair to Nketiah, when he came on, I wasn't super happy, but he put in a really good performance, closing down, making tackles, doing what we know that this guy can do. That's his strength. Do you know what I mean? He's got to close down. He's going to chase everything. And again, it's Ødegaard picking up the ball on the edge of the box, playing a chipped ball over the top. Nketiah is the one that runs onto it. Pepe might have been offside. Nketiah gets there first. It's a fresh phase of play, cuts it across, and Pepe takes it on the spin and bangs it near post. And then from there, all bets are off. There's a massive drama about a Wolverhampton substitution. It's all kicking off around injury time. Jimenez is meant to go off, but then they change it and it's not Jimenez, and there's a big argument and stuff like that. Jimenez eventually gets a yellow card. Fuck me, what does a Wolverhampton player have to do to get a yellow card? You know, Saka got a yellow card for the first foul. It was a cynical one, but you know, these guys are making so many fouls and there's no yellow cards for them. Absolutely bizarre stuff that I'm seeing from the referee there. But yeah, we keep pushing, we up a level, and Wolves up a level. And I've got to say, again, in that first half, it didn't look like we even had a level to go up. I was losing faith. When they went 1-0 up, I thought, well, not 1-0 up because that was 10 minutes in, but when it was half time, I really didn't back us to come back into this game because we did not look like we had a second or third gear to go into. But when Pepe comes on and Nketiah comes on, fresh legs, Cedric goes off, we go to a back three, and we're just all out attacking and we're pushing for the goal. And that's what we want to see. That's a sign from the manager. We want top four football. He'll be shrewd and he'll be sly in his press conferences, but you know, this is what we want to see from Arsenal Football Club, going out with the intention of winning games. And I know Wolves are not a City or a Liverpool, but they are in the frame just below that, along with us and United and your Leicesters and West Hams and Tottenhams. You know, we want to be seeing us go out and try to attack these guys, go out and try to win, go out and try to get goals rather than sitting back. And that's what we did. And eventually it paid off. Lacazette hits a shot, we're piling bodies into the box, lots of intricate play, and we're just shooting from everywhere. Lots of deflections. Wolves have got everybody back. Eventually, Lacazette hits a shot, and I think it might be an own goal because the goalkeeper kind of palms it into his own net. But even still, the pressure that we're putting on them to make those types of mistakes. Jose Sarr, who's Wolves' keeper, is a very, very good goalkeeper. Probably, for me, signing of the summer. Of anyone for return on investment. I think he was the best signing of the summer for the kind of fee that he went in for and for how good he's been in goal. He's been one of the best performing goalkeepers so far this season, and it's a shame for him, but obviously it's good for us. We get the 2-1 victory and then we just see the game out from there. And you know, we always say this, why do we have to go behind? How many times have we said this? Why do we have to go behind in order to get the best out of this team, in order to take it up 2 or 3 levels? If we start at that level, if we start with that level of intensity, which is what the Chelsea, City and Liverpool do, we'll blow teams away 3-4, 5-0. Not all the time, but a hell of a lot more consistency than we do now. We're scraping at 1-0, 2-1s and all the rest of it. I know we need another centre mid. I know we need a striker, and hopefully that will come. And I think, you know, Arteta seems to get more confidence in the team the more the team looks like his type of team, and the more the team represents his style and his philosophy. But 2-1, we are. I can't remember where we are. I think we're fifth. I think we're 1 point behind United with 2 games in hand. I think, but I need to go and double check that. The only real negative is the officiating. It's just shambolic. Just some of the stuff, even the foul that Saka got to get the yellow card. Martin Atkinson was blocking Partey defending. He's blocking Partey, so Partey can't make the tackle, and then Saka has to come round him, and now the player's got a couple of yards on him. Saka brings him down. It was a cynical one. In hindsight, it is a yellow card, but Martin Atkinson and the rest of the team really have to look at this officiating. I mean, given an offside from a goal kick is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The Wolves players were saying it's not offside. The Wolves players, and at times the Arsenal players, are on the pitch explaining to the referee the rules of the game. Really, really shambolic stuff, you know. And it's I don't know if it's Martin Atkinson and it's the lino that's giving it, the linesman's they're giving it, and the fourth official. You know, they've got VAR. No, VAR's not there for that. It's goal scoring opportunities only. But somebody out of all told, they've got about 10 staff officiate 10 officials. You know, we've got 2 linesmen, we've got a 4th official, we've got the referee. That's 4, and then we've got everybody on VAR as well. There's a bunch of people that are working on this stuff, and they're still getting it wrong. So ridiculous stuff, but really, really good intensity from Arsenal in that second half. And in a good 45-minute spell, we can get 2 goals against a team like Wolves. That's good stuff, but we have to be more consistent. And as we're seeing again, to get top 4 this season with Smith Rowe's out, Tomiyasu's out, they still got to come back. Nketiah, Tavares came off the bench, Pepe coming off the bench. We will need the entire squad. We will need every single person. El Neni will be needed. Everybody will be needed to get us top 4. We look on good track where there's a lot of football left to play. So it's really, really positive stuff. And we can go into the next game with a huge amount of confidence. So that's all from me. Let me know what you think. The man of the match I give to Odegaard. Like I said, it could have gone to Nuri if it stayed the way it was going before. First half, it was brilliant. But Odegaard was instrumental throughout the whole game, pressing the whole game, even when we were losing. And he's the guy, for me, that really made sure that we came back into the game. He was the central figure that made us get back into this game. So Odegaard gets man of the match for me. But let me know, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Follow for more. And let me know in the comments below who you guys had as man of the match. And I'm out. Peace.